Hi, my beautiful artists. I hope you're having a beautiful day. May you continue to have a beautiful day. And remember, that can always change instantly for the better. As we are navigating this art of us, the art of you, you are going to understand that how you speak to yourself is very important. However, what's also very important is the fact that you are going to have to start to understand your brain. You are going to have to start to understand your thoughts, because once you understand your thoughts, you'll be able to navigate your speech and your words to yourself a lot easier. And what I mean by that is your brain is like your logistical system. So many things coming in, so many things coming out. Think about on a day-to-day basis how much information you're retaining, how much information you're already getting, how much information is already stored in your brain, and how much more you're gonna learn till the day that we basically go. With that being said, there's so much going on in your brain, which is why it's very easy for you to get overstimulated, because there's just so much going on. And especially now when we have phones and we have, all these movies, videos, social medias, X, Y, and Z's. It's a lot. It can be a lot. However, you have to also break down your brain. You have to be able to break down your thoughts. You have to be able to completely understand where these thoughts are coming from. And what I mean by that is, say that you are getting many different thoughts and ideas in your brain. However, they're not the best ones. They're like a little bit more on the dark side, a little bit more on the sad side. You need to break that down. You need to see, is this thought my thought, or is this someone else's projection that has now transferred into my thought pattern and I'm taking on their thought? Or is this thought simply a old pattern that I used to have, or an old person of who I used to be? You also need to understand, is this trauma-based thought? Is this because there's still some deep-seated traumas that I still need to look into and need to be aware of? When you start breaking down your own thoughts, when you start breaking down your own brain and how it works and where these are coming from, where these thoughts and patterns are coming from, you are also going to have to understand that you are capable of changing your thought. And this is where the speech to your brain and your thought comes into play. For example, when you wake up in the morning, yes, sometimes we wake up and we're still a little bit tired. Listen, it happens to all of us. However, during that split second, it is up to you to choose, I feel off, so I think I'm gonna have a bad day. Or, I feel really off, however, the day is still young, things can change instantly, and guess what? I'm about to make the best out of this day, because it's my day, and can't nobody take that away from me. Can't nobody tell me what my day is gonna look like until I start actually moving about and start going about my day, and I get to choose how my day is gonna go. So just start thinking about that. Start breaking down your thought patterns. Start breaking them down. Figure out where they're coming from. Figure out where they're going. And honestly, like I said, your brain is the operation system. You're gonna see so many things come in and out of there. It's literally logistics. Literally. There's just so much information coming in, so much information coming out, so much information rerouted to different areas. Now it's up to you to break it down. It's up to you to figure out which way is this thought pattern, or is this going to go. Because sometimes you do have to remember that these thoughts, these patterns are simply old habits, old beliefs, or trauma based. And sometimes they're just patterns that you have never come across. They're new patterns. So your brain is like trying to figure out, wait, where does this go? I've never seen this. There's no file for this. There's no cabinet for this. Where does it go? And honestly, sometimes that makes me think of that one episode on SpongeBob where where they're just throwing all the files in his brain. Some of y'all might get that reference. All right, my beautiful artists. So yes, take 2 seconds. Get to know yourself a little bit deeper by asking your thoughts, asking yourself, what part of my brain works this way, what part of my brain works that way, and where do these thoughts come from? All right, I hope you continue to have a beautiful day. May you continue to have a phenomenal day, and remember that can always change instantly for the better. I love you guys. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.